We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. Until the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, in today's video, we're going to discuss one of the top stocks setting up to potentially squeeze even further than it already has. We're going to look at the data, we're going to look at the technicals, we're going to look at the chart, and I'm going to share with you guys some key levels that I'm watching and why the potential is there. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run of the day and the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular. It wasn't as you would expect it to be. Stocks don't go up in a straight line, and this is why timing and execution is everything. But the stocks I mentioned this morning, we're going to take a look at them. And if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So I mentioned GSAT, IDEX, ATER, and ROOT. I mentioned this one since the fives. This has already gone up nearly 50% plus since I mentioned it. IDEX was the worst performer, giving 3 to 5% jumps, and ATER gave 10% plus opportunity, and the home run of the day was GSAT. We're going to look at the chart here in a moment. So you can see here, right, how I mentioned it in the pre-market. It went up nearly 10% plus and pulled back, okay? This is where timing and execution is everything, and this is where 42 Vision, which you can gain access to as well. It's one of the tier levels. It's the highest tier level you'll gain access to for now here in the Patreon. Gets you access to the Discord, gets you access to the weekly watch list, and gets you access to the 42 Vision that works on all time frames, crypto, forex, commodities, and stocks. And this is something that you can be part of as well, right? So with 42 Vision, you're able to see based off specific levels where there's weakness and where there's strength. Now, this gave multiple runs of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% on the way down. And with 42 Vision, you can see the weakness, you can see the strength. But when that reversal really kicked in, it gave so far a highest point of 20% plus. And you can see that shift there based off specific levels, the candlesticks showing momentum and strength, just like how it was here in the pre-market. So you gain access to all of it, right? The community, the 42 Vision indicator, and also the whole entire list of stocks that we watch daily and weekly, guys. If this is something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us. I invite you to join us, and we look forward to having you join us. So let's go ahead and check out these charts. So here we are with Sprt support.com. We've been talking about this one since Thursday, since last week, since Friday, and I stated how there was still potential for this to continue to push higher because the short squeeze was still in effect, even though it pulled back drastically, right? And as this is going lower, it's creating this opportunity to watch it closely if it consolidates within this area, or if it goes lower, potentially going into an even bigger opportunity for those that see it as an opportunity, because this is pretty elevated right now. This is really high from where it all started, way down here at $8, way back here at $5 and $4, all the way to highs of $60. And retesting those highs is something that a lot of investors are hoping for. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's completely possible, but I am saying that there is potential here for an opportunity, right? Not saying that it can go all the way up there, not saying that it can't, but I am saying this is really risky at these levels, okay? That's as bluntly as I could put it. The risk is super high at these levels. It was a lot less riskier down here at 26 since it bounced up to 43 on Friday afternoon to today. And then it was a lot less riskier way back here at 22 when things started to pick up, going all the way towards 60, right? Now we're in a downtrend, and it's super important to be aware of the weakness that the stock has overall and the key levels to watch. But I'm going to share with you guys the data that is showing that Sprt stock support.com Inc. could be still a candidate for a possible squeeze further than it has actually shown us, right? Or closer to it, right? Way back up here and squeeze again from up here. Because if the bulls can hold themselves up at higher levels than way down here between 11 or $8 all the way to $22, they're going to force the shorts to squeeze eventually even further to the upside. Okay, so the first thing is we're going to look at the data, and then we're going to come over here to the technicals and what's going on in the charts. So the first thing is here. Okay, support.com is the #1 short squeeze by short squeeze score of 97.40, days to cover 0.10. Okay, borrow fee rate 102.35, and you could see here that this is the #1 out of the whole list, right? And if you have access to this whole entire list, I'm sure VRPX is up here. I'm sure KXIN is up here. I'm even sure that you would see BBIG, ATR, ROOT, all those stocks that I've talked about over the weekend. Some of the stocks I mentioned this morning, those are on this list, right? And you could see here, it's #1. Now, when you go over here to the short float, you could see that it's at 40%. This went up from 38 to 40. It hasn't really changed, and the shorts seem to still be holding, okay? I'm going to be looking for this to change downwards, okay? If the short float gets lowered, that means that shorts have started to cover. Also, the amount of share count, right? The short float and then the share float. That is super important to be aware of as well. That creates that reason for this to move up so fast, okay? When there's less shares, stocks tend to move faster to the downside and to the upside. But this short float here, 40%, is pretty big, okay? We've talked about it in previous videos, and a lot of investors thought it was over here, and it went up to 60. A lot of investors on Friday are like, wow, like, you think this can go back up? It certainly did hit highs here of $42, and now we're going back down. Now, this is in a position right now where it's actually going downwards, and we have some key levels to watch. And if it goes into further weakness based off the short float, based off the information here, as the #1 candidate right now, short squeeze score of 97.40, if it keeps going lower, but the bulls can hold it up from going back down, right, towards $11, $22, or even down here to $8, then some of those shorts way down here are going to have to cover up here if they did not cover at these levels, okay? Now, in these runs here, there has been some type of covering. I'm assuming we're going to have to monitor that and watch if this changes or lowers. But right now, things seem to be the same, and this is going in a downtrend, and the bulls are going to have to fight and not be shaken. Now, today's low is 29.40, okay? If that gets broken through, the next significant low is down here at $26, okay? Just round that up to $26 right there. It's $25.85. I'll just round it up to 26. Super important to watch and see if the bulls can hold themselves up above that, or if the bears are going to tear right through it. And if they do, the next point would be $22. Now, to the upside, the bulls want to break through $40.99, and then obviously the highest point of the day, which was $43.08. That would be a key level for the bulls to gain control and push this up even higher and continue with a momentum of a staircase effect, right? At these levels, all the way up here, and then coming back up as you can see it, right? From that $40.99, then up here at the $43 mark, and then continuing to the upside, creating that squeeze effect and momentum that the bulls can create, creating that push for the shares of those short shares to be covered. Now, as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.